Welcome to Brown's Rod and Custom, your home for street rods, muscle cars, and Volkswagen content. This is my dad, Big Ron. He's our body man and fabricator. This is my beautiful wife, Megan, our editor-in-chief and supporter. And this is me, Adam, the designer and mechanic for our projects. If you find our videos helpful, like and subscribe for more content.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Brown's Rod and Custom. If you're watching this, please hit the subscribe button. We would really appreciate it. It would help us out a lot. Stay tuned. We got a lot more for you in this episode. Thanks for watching.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Brown's Rod and Custom. Happy Saturday. Happy Draft Day 3. Hope you guys are having luck with your teams. So today is going to be all about the trailer hitch section that you see before you. Getting this painted up. Big Ron is finishing up the sidebars and all that, and plates. He's over here drilling. Yeah, you're good. And getting these ready to go on. So trying to get this done today because, quite honestly, we need parts over here. So I need my paint to show up for one. But the block and the engine is about as far as I can take it without the fuel rail, the paint, so on and so forth. I'm missing some critical pieces at the moment. So just kind of a hurry up and wait on this at the moment. Now, with that being said, there are some things that are absolutely being figured out right now, and that is what turbo to use. And really, I've come down to 3 options. One of them is a ATS Aurora 3000. The second option is a Fleece Cheetah 63, I believe, or 64, one or the other. And the other option is from a company called Duramax Tuner. And I get this isn't a Duramax, but they have a company that actually they build their own turbos, and they're really good. And I listened to this guy on YouTube talk about the different diesels and different turbos, and he's running all these different tests and everything when I say they build their own turbos, I mean they've got the dynos, they've got all the shit to make this stuff pretty slick, and they can get all of the actual data that they ever wanted and needed. So it's not just a guy in a garage. So anyway, they got a Stealth turbo. I believe it's an HC 341 or something like that. It's an option. It's the cheapest option. It's about $1,200. I think it's $1,150. The Aurora 3000 is sitting right about $1,700 by the time it gets to your door. Same with the Fleece Cheetah. Okay, and I'm okay with any of those. I really am. For me, basically, I'm looking for, you know, a stock drop-in turbo that's going to be good for towing, lower exhaust gas temperatures, EGTs, give us more power, have the ability, if I ever want to go up in fueling, to do that and support up to, like, say, 600 horse. And also that, you know, just goes right in, that I can use my factory intake, I can use my downpipe and my turbo outlet and all of those things. So looking for something like that, and that'll run on my stock fuel system, the stock CP3 with the stock Bosch fuel injectors. And yes, I am replacing them on here, but I'm going to put the ones that I can actually afford, opposed to the ones that I would, you know, honestly, I don't know that I would even upgrade them. I don't know that it needs it. I like how this truck runs, period. But anywho's, that whole conversation is happening, and lots of research and so on. Now, yesterday I did a couple things. You guys saw some of this. This is that coolant pipe that we thought we'd have to replace. I cleaned it up and got it painted. It's actually good, so that's a win. And then this fuel line here comes off the top of the fuel rail, which is right here. Goes right there, comes down, taps into the side of this guy here, and then goes over to the CP3 fuel pump. This line is incredibly expensive. This is $120 for this section here. It's $55 for this section, and it's $120 for this section. So started looking at this, went over it with a Scotch-Brite pad and realized that it probably was a good fuel line. So cleaned it up, painted it, cleared it. Gonna roll with this. So that's gonna go back on. Still need to buy the back one that broke, that comes around, which would be this line here. This guy, I need to replace this line because it broke right there, and that's where it snaps in to this line, which is the fuel return line to the tank, right? So that's got to be right. I can't afford for that not to be right, so I need to do that line, and then I need to get this coolant line that actually goes kind of like that into the cooler, something to that effect. But it's, I can almost put my finger through it. So decisions are being made, things are happening, but right now I'm gonna jump on this here, this trailer hitch deal, and just run a floppy paddle over the new bars where it's just got a little surface rust, and then I'm gonna prime and paint all this and get it ready, and hopefully in the next couple hours, once it's dry, it's going on the actual frame, the good frame, that guy. So we'll try to get that on there. I'm sure it'll fight us with all the paint and pores and everything else, but we'll get it on there and get everything cleaned up, and I'll bring all this to you as we go, and stay tuned for all this, guys. And at any moment, parts can show up, things can happen, so it could be a very interesting day. So hang in there, stay tuned, and we will be back in a minute. Hey guys. Alright, so we just wanted to mock this up real quick and show you kind of what this is going to be. So this will slide on like it does right here. But then this is what happens. This bar goes in to this bar, which is what Ron has been fabricating. And then you've got the chains that go up to the camper. And it holds on with a pin here. This little bracket here is for our airbag jack, where we fill the air up in the airbags. This is for a chain for another deal. If you're going to tow a like an extension for like a car trailer or a little trailer or something behind the truck camper, the chain's hook here. Just wanted to show you this. Getting ready to paint this here in a second. Getting everything cleaned up. These bars are made. These are the ones that run kind of like this that I was telling you about. And then these are the plates here. I just painted these. I still got to put another coat on them, but these are the plates he made. And so yeah, so we're really starting to dial in this trailer hitch deal, getting everything's about made. Now it's really down to painting, priming, painting, getting everything ready, and installing it and doing that. So stay tuned, guys. I just wanted to show you this. Thought it was kind of cool. We'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, gonna be wrapping this up. Wanted to kind of explain what we did today so it makes a little more sense. I think it's probably self-explanatory, but this was ready to go. This is the trailer hitch piece with the bars for the tie-down supports. Today I went ahead and got it cleaned up and primed and painted. We got the brackets that are going to go on that hold the bars that go this way. Those bars are out here. Got them painted. These guys here, just got them sitting out here drying. Those are ready to go. And Big Ron's been cutting the pieces for working on this here. This is going to be the front piece that goes there. He's been figuring all that out. So basically where we're at is we're gonna let this dry tonight. It's pretty much dry now, but we're gonna let it dry overnight. Tomorrow we're gonna pick this up and install it on the back of the frame out here and hook up our everything we can, torque everything down, do what we can out there. We did go ahead, the bumper brackets that mount to that, I went ahead and 415 those. These are them, and they look good, so no issues there. So we'll get those bolted on as well so we can get the rear bumper on, and then, you know, all the things. So tomorrow's going to be getting this on onto the truck. Again, still waiting for parts. Nothing showed up today. No engine paint, no fuel rail, no anything really. But we did manage to spend $40 on spray paint. So not like we didn't get something today. We bought a lot of roll bar and chassis painting all these parts. But it's worth it. It's going to save it. So really happy with how this has all turned out. This goes on tomorrow. And really we just keep plugging away. This was one of those things we just had to get done. It was a big hurdle, a big engineering feat really for us to get figured out. Now, something I was talking to Big Ron about was this guy here. Let me cover this here. I think when we get this motor all back together with the new turbo and everything, we're ready to drop it in that frame, okay? And everything's done. It's all bolted back together, it's ready. I'm gonna take the 58 Apache and I'm gonna set the diesel in the engine bay out of pure curiosity of if it fits. Now, I would immediately assume that the firewall would have to be probably notched out for the transmission and some things like that. But I do believe that physically, size-wise, I think it might fit. The measurements work out. So it would be cool just to see it sitting in here and see what that would look like. You know, just one of those things, right? You just sit there and go, I don't know. You know, we talked about it. Could it actually work? We could still do it if we want it. I'm not really sure. How dumb are we? We'll see where we get. But for now, that's something I do want to do while it's on the blue engine hoist. Just basically suspend it there and see what that looks like in the engine bay. And if nothing else, get that picture and video, because that would answer a lot of questions for a lot of people if they're wondering if a 5.9 Cummins will fit inside their 58, 55 to 59 Apache, right? Does it fit? It might. It just might. So that's something I'm back burner. Probably a month from now we'll be playing with, but something I really want to do. So yeah. So anyway, guys, still doing research on the turbos, the Turbskis. I been watching a lot of videos of the Fleece Cheetah, the Aurora 3000, and the Stealth, whatever it is. And I'll figure out the name of that actual turbo so I can tell you guys. But it's a Stealth something. I don't know. But it's a drop-in turbo. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just, and that sounds weird. but not a lot of videos out there of what that truck, an 03 with a mechanical wastegate, not a VGT turbo, just the drop-in manual mechanical wastegate, Aurora 3000, Fleece Cheetah, and the other. There's not a lot of videos on that, and so really getting an idea of the power of the spool, of the whistle, of all the things. You know, it's just hard to really tell. I wish I had somebody around here that had done that I could actually ride in their truck and just see if I like it. That would be the ultimate try it out kind of thing, but that might not be what happens. So, but anyway, guys, that's what we got for you. I hope you guys had a great day. My Bengals seem to have salvaged their draft. It's amazing. Can't believe Shedeur Sanders dropped to the Browns in round 5 at 144. That's incredible. Guy's pretty good to drop that far. Something happened. So we'll see where that goes. That should be an interesting story, but that means I might have to play him twice a year, and that sucks. But, you know, see where that goes. But anyway, guys, have a great night. If you're watching this, please like and subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow putting this rear bumper contraption on this and hooking everything up. And then, yeah, we're pretty much done with that stock frame, guys. But I will tell you, something I am considering doing is cutting, before you go here, I am considering taking the engine mounts out. The stock engine mounts. Because they're in good shape. And if I was going to put the diesel into the Apache frame, I would need those. And there they sit. So that's something we'll probably cut out of here. So while we're cutting everything up, that's something I might just take out, and the transmission mount back there, because why not? So if you have it, why not use it, right? So anywho, boys, stay tuned. We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to be right here. And if anything shows up, you can bet your life I'll do a short and an unboxing and everything else and get you guys all that. And probably, you know, if engine paint shows up, I'm going to start painting that engine as soon as it shows up. So I'll bring all that to you, and you can watch me paint that thing alive and how that goes and all the things, detailing that out. So that'll be fun. So stay tuned. We'll talk at you in the morning. Thanks for watching.